Hi everyone, I have to do this as an upload as opposed to my usual live streams because YouTube is just not allowing me to do this, and the last part that I'd just done on stream with everybody was deleted. So I'm going to just quickly have to talk through to those of you who are following me on this what we have done on the last one. So all I have done is on her necklace and her hairband, if I zoom you in, I've gone in with lilac and dahlia purple just on the hairband and her necklace on those sections that you can see in screen now. Then I also started on this area here with three colours, which are ginger root in PC 1084, artichoke in PC 1098 and moss green in PC 1097. And all I have done, which I'm going to demonstrate in a moment, is in this area here I have put down ginger root as a base, artichoke and then moss green on top. So I am continuing these three colours here, so if you stick with me, I'm going to show you on this area at the bottom here. So I have based down the first coat of ginger root, and I'm going to do that on this area as well, and this here, and these little sections here too. Then with artichoke, I'm just going to go in and shade a little with a medium pressure and going out into a very light, barely touching the page kind of pressure. Sort of under there as well, I'm going to bring that in. And the same, I'm kind of going quite heavier here because it's already got quite a bit of shading that's already done by the artist. And along this part as well. So same into these areas here. I'm just going to shade a little. And this with the artichoke. And now I'm going to get my moss green, and the moss green is just going to go down and shade over a little bit. Bring my sheet down. And this just goes into your areas that you want to have some colour but you don't want too much of a heavy lay down. Same with under here, like a bit of a shadow, fading out to more or less nothing. Just getting my artichoke back just to blend that out a little bit. Right, back to my moss green. And then the same into these areas here. And along this line. So then that's all I've done in this whole section here. So if I zoom out, you can see where I have put those three colours. So it's just, if you want to pause here, you can see where I've put those colours which I've just showed you in the exact same format. I've missed a little bit of moss green there. And we're just fading that out. I have also put a little bit here of the ginger root so that I can get in there now with the artichoke. And then again, same process, moss green. And that is how she's starting to look. And the reasons I chose those three colours is because I still want her to be a focal point, and I still want the aqua colours around the edge to stand out. So if I stick with muted coral, seaweed type colours in the rest of it, then she should still stay as your focal point. So again, I'm just getting my ginger root. I'll zoom you guys in. And these little areas, we're just going to like wrap up the little small areas now with the same colours that we've been using. Back in with artichoke. And then the same back over into moss green. I'm going to bring that over here. Now I feel like I really want to put those same three colours on this section here. So again, down with my ginger root. Back in with my artichoke. And then straight in again with moss green. I'm going to do a bit of a firmer pressure on that part because I want it to stand out. Right, so then I thought about, if I zoom in, her shell here is going to have a base down of goldenrod. So we're going from a medium to fairly hard pressure and fading out to just a light coat towards that end. And with these tubular type of corals, we're just going to go in with a bit goldenrod over the beige. And again on the very bottom ones here, we're just going to go in with a bit of goldenrod. And fade that out. What then might be a nice colour to go over the top of the shell with would be bronze in PC 1028, and not a huge amount. I just want to darken that up a little. And then I want a fleshy tone on the end of that. So I'm going to grab light peach. I'm just going to blend that in a little bit with light peach. It's just my bronze. This gives it more of a realistic look, I think. And the same with these, what I've just gone over with down here. I'm going to go with the bronze over a couple of those. You have to press a decent amount in. And again, we're coming with the bronze. You're going to go into this area here. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to pause for a second because I had to regroup and think about where I was going to go with these colours. So I thought along the lines of keeping this like quite muted because she's still going to be focal point and we're still going to have a nice blue background. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and I'm going to come in with Seashell Pink in 1093 and I'm going to put a base down over this entire coral piece here. And I'm going to keep in with a theme here so that we don't have too many colours going on. So this is going to cover the entire area that we're doing on this coral and the one above. So just don't worry about pressures and light to dark and shading out at the moment. We're putting a base coat down again with this one too. So we're going to go over the entire thing with just a base coat of Seashell Pink. This is all Prismacolors. Okay, we're going to finish up all of these little bits and then we can get back in another part with just the background and add in some bubbles in with a stencil. You could do it freehand as well, and that's going to be done with Neo 2s and pencils. Okay, so into this little tiny section there as well. Sorry about the squeaking of my little table. Again, I'm going to bring that Seashell Pink over to this mushroom here. And it's just going over the entire area. And I'm going to bring that into these areas as well. And into this little area, you've got like one of those mushroom things here. It's like a coral, it's like a mushroom, not quite sure what it is. Into this part. Same into this section. Because we can get with our colours after. I'm going to bring her to here. Hopefully I'm not shadowing this. So right into these sections here we're going to go with this Seashell Pink. It's just a base coat, guys. Into all of this part. Get right up into those areas, but you might not be able to get up right into the complete areas that's up there. Okay, so we kind of got this almost wrapped up. I think I'm going to just do these little things as well the same, so we're still with the Seashell Pink because otherwise there's just so many colours going on and it will lose the focal point of her. Okay. And then I'm going to just do that area. I'm just wrapping up all these little bits that I can find. So before I put the second coat on there, I'm just, into these little leafy parts. This is Kelly Green in 1096. And I'm just going to fade that out. Sort of wrapping up all these little bits that we've been doing. Okay, so we need to put the next colour onto these guys. So I'm thinking maybe maybe take them quite peachy and put a rosy beige. So we're going to see how this comes out. So this is rosy beige, and we're just going to bring it in a little bit. So just along the shaded lines that are already pre-shaded for you by the artist. And we're going to keep these quite muted down so that we've got a lot of focal point on the mermaid. And again, we're going to follow those lines up here too. Follow it round. And then we're going to bring how we did this one as well. We're going to do the same, so we're going to follow the pre-shaded lines that's already existing. So I am having a bit of a nightmare at the minute, guys. I'm not going to be like, I'm going to be totally honest. YouTube, for some bizarre reason, keeps chucking me off my own live streams. Now I don't know whether it's my phone because it's getting hot and overheating, and I know that phones are not built for filming for a long time. So I don't know whether it's that or whether it's YouTube just having technical difficulties at the moment. Now, if it continues, it's going to make live streaming so hard for me to be able to carry through, which is going to be an absolute shame. And pre-filming, as much as I absolutely don't mind doing it, of course I don't, it's not as much. I am a streaming channel, so for me it's going to be a different direction. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing with that at the moment. I'm just sort of playing it by ear. I'm going to try with the live streams as I usually do on my normal days. But if I'm still going to be having all these difficulties and my phone keeps overheating because they're not built for filming and streaming, I might have to reevaluate that. So I'm just letting you guys know so that you're not thinking I'm abandoning you or anything. It's just that it's just becoming increasingly more difficult. What I may have to do eventually is invest in a camera. Now I have no idea about what to get or what I'm doing with that. So I'm going to have to look into that at another point. But for now, I'm just going to try again and hope for the best and see where we get on. So I'm just getting back my seashell pink so that we've got some of that coming through so that I haven't lost that colour. So you can see it peeping through on that last bit because otherwise we're going to lose that colour altogether. So I'm quite happy with how that's going. So we're back over to these little small ones. So yeah, as I was saying, you know, I am getting like a little bit disheartened by this whole, every time I try to stream, it's sort of not working out for me. And I know that the phone might be the reason, or it might be YouTube having technical difficulties. I don't know what it is. But yeah, pre-filming's not the same because I've got no one to talk to. I'm like, where are you guys? I miss you. Okay, so I'm going to bring to these, I'm sorry it's a bit dark, I'm going to try and make it a bit lighter, hold on. So I'm coming up to these areas here and I'm just going to go with the rosy beige just around the edges and meet into the middle. So sort of like, you can see it's just around the edges, stop, around the edge, stop, so that the middle's got the seashell pink. So we'll continue that for all of these. So again, from one edge, stop, and again, stop there, and just continue that pattern with these circular corals, I'm guessing they are. Hold on, guys. Because yeah, it'll be a shame to not be able to do them, and yeah, I feel like, you know, I will miss them. I'm like, that's part of my routine with you all, and doing the interactive stuff and the colouring fun that way. And to me, pre-filming isn't as fun. I prefer the interaction. It's just how I like to do things, and I'm finding this pre-filming stuff a bit more difficult, if I'm honest. So I'm just going in now. Okay, so if I zoom out a moment, she's sort of wrapping up. We've got a few more bits to wrap up on her, and then we're going to come back for the background. So we just got these little bits here, and then we're going to add all the Posca detailing in as well. I'm going to just put in some, because I've missed that. You would have done that. Just some light peach. That's her skin. I'm thinking maybe just come in with some Kelly green there. So, you know, like these little sections here, I'm thinking just come in with my Kelly green, this is, and just wrap up all these leafy parts. And any bits that I may have missed. So like up here as well, there's a little bit of leaf. So I'm going to bring that Kelly green in, and we're just going to wrap up these little bits. We haven't got to be really precise with this bit. And that's a little leaf down here, I don't know if you can see there. So that's a mini leaf. And I'm just going to bring these as green as well, because why not? So we've got all these little bits that we're wrapping up now, and then we can do our background on the finale. And I'm going to do some bubbles with you guys as well. So these I know they're like tubular corals, but I am going to do them as tubular green ones. So this is just still my Kelly green. I'm just wrapping this up, and then we're going to put our little detailing in with our Poscas. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and all this, because I miss the chat. I miss chatting with you all, and I feel like I'm like a bit silly sitting here talking to myself, to be quite fair. I'm so used to like having the interaction, and like, you know, we have a lot of fun on those streams, and it's like a shame to not do them. So I need a bit of a direction on how I'm going to go forward with them, because I don't not want to do them. Okay, so she's looking pretty good. I mean, she's sort of wrapped up. I just got to do the Poscas on her, and then we can do a background on the you know, the finale. We'll say the finale. So I'm going to get a white Posca, and I'm just going to get any black sort of. You can do a fine liner. This is like a felt tip with a bit of a bullet point, just for any detailing that I might need. So with the Posca, I'm just going to go in and just put some detailing. You can do this in any way that you want, but this just sort of wraps up, you know, any sort of just details that I quite like, you know. I personally really like detailing. So again, like around the circular parts on her necklace, we might want to add a little few bits in. We'll bring some over on these, like, yeah, I'm going to lose myself in just doing this for a minute and putting all my detailing in that I'm happy with. So I'm going to fall quiet for just a moment while I concentrate, and you can follow me if you're doing this with me. I'm going to come around this whole area here. Okay, so again, over on these parts. It'd be a shame not to be able to do the live streams, but they just seem to be a bit of a disaster at the moment. Like, I can't stay on them, or I don't want to overlap with others, and I just don't know what you know, what to do on that. So I'll have to reevaluate. I want to be able to do them and try them again and see how I get on. So hopefully it won't be so much. I'm going to turn the page a second, guys, and then I'm just going to put in just a little bit along these as well. So hopefully next time it won't, you know, I can stay on without being chucked off YouTube. It's being a rebel, guys. It's being a rebel. So I'm just going in with my extra detailing and adding in what I have to. Okay, I'm just looking. I think I'm going to add a few little bits on her headband. So you can do this in any which way that you want. I'm just kind of going with my flow of where I want my little bits to be. I'm thinking maybe that'll be enough for the white for now. We can always add more on our last finale. Oh no, see? I'm just gonna come up and down and in. And then with my black, I just want to go round, you know, these tubular circles, just like give it a little bit more depth. So I'm not going around the entire thing, but if I zoom you in, you'll see what I mean. So as opposed to going around the whole thing, I'm just kind of highlighting where the dark sort of is. Just makes it stand out a bit more. Same with like any shadowing. Can you see? It's just like adding it a little bit in. Right, so if I zoom back out, that is where we're going to leave this part. When I return, and hopefully I can do the next part on a live stream, I'm going to do the background. And the background, I'm going to do watercolour, and I'm going to add some bubbles in, and the bubbles will be done in coloured pencil. And we'll make the rest all, you know, we'll achieve the rest with like watercolour background and a few coloured pencils just with bubbles. So thanks for watching this finale. I'm really sorry about the loss of one section of this. That was totally beyond my control. I look forward to seeing those of you with the background too, and maybe we can do that on a live stream. I'll see how it goes, but I'll upload this and I'll be back hopefully later tonight with the finale, and that will be the background. See you all then, guys. Bye.